Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Breck.
Good morning.
We are live from, I'm in Arizona, and these two ladies are in
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, because it's rodeo week. It's almost time for the NFR, right?
December 1st is the first performance.
Nice. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Cowgirls. I'm Breck Kruger.
And I'm Remy Greer, and this is...
I'm Markie Battaglia.
So this is an extra special episode because we have Markie Battaglia joining us this morning from Vegas with Remy. And Markie is a friend of Remy's, thankfully, because she is got one hell of a story and a long list of accolades and a long list of businesses that she's running. She's a super busy lady, so we're grateful that she took the time to join us this morning. Just a little bit that I know about Markie. She was the 2010 Miss Rodeo California. She currently serves as the vice president of Miss Rodeo America. And then I'm going to let you go on from there because I can't remember it all. So go ahead, Markie. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
So I was Miss Rodeo California in 2010. I got to compete at the Miss Rodeo America pageant that year, and I won horsemanship and was first runner-up at the competition. It's a week-long competition. You have personal interviews, extemporaneous questions, prepared speeches, and then what our pageant is different than like a Miss America pageant is the horsemanship portion of it. You ride two horses that you've never been on, and you do two set patterns that you're given that morning to display the horse that you're riding. Since then, I've become the national director for Miss Rodeo California, which essentially is like the liaison between the state program and our main organization, which is Miss Rodeo America.
And sorry, guys, the UPS guys here jamming out evidently.
And then a couple years ago, I was voted on by the rest of the national directors to serve on the executive board as a liaison for all the national directors and the executive board. And then last year I was voted vice president of Miss Rodeo America. So we're a volunteer organization at the state level and at the America level. So this allows me the opportunity to work with these young ladies. I get to see them from start to finish. They're like start as caterpillars and grow into these beautiful butterflies, which is so rewarding. But our pageant starts tomorrow. So I got here yesterday. We had meetings all night. And then we have meetings set up and stuff today. And then we start first thing tomorrow morning till next Sunday for the competition.
So much. I can't even imagine. Remy, if this was you, how small would your bag be? For how many days did you say, Markie?
I think it's 18 I'm here for.
I'm going to be honest. I would just like Amazon in new outfits like every 3 days. Like, oh, I'm not going to.
No, I have to like write everything down. I like took pictures of every outfit that I'm wearing. For one, like I can like not overpack. So I'm like, this is what this is for this day and this earrings and these boots and all that stuff. But so the pageant
you have to be super organized, something that neither Remy nor I are.
Oh no, like neither am I. Like I stress about it for 2 weeks and then I'm like, screw it, this is what I'm wearing. It has to work. So then when the pageant ends on Sunday, the World Series of team roping starts. And then I rope that week. So I'll rope Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So luckily I have great brothers that are bringing my horses for my mom and I next Friday. And then, once the pageant starts, we switch our brain to competition and team roping and get to do that for the whole week.
Because, Markie's just won the World Series and all sorts of money at it.
Did you really, Markie?
Yeah, she won 2 pots, right?
I've never won first, but in 2015, I was entered with 3 different runs. I was entered in the 13, the 11, and the 10, and I won $160,000 that week.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go through your closet and see.
She won that in a Canadian tuxedo, though?
I did. Yeah. I'm a big supporter of a Canadian tuxedo.
So am I. Same. I've got like 10 different denim shirts.
Yeah.
And if I could wear denim every day, I pretty much do. But it's an easy choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy choice.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting and hopefully.
And then Markie's paying job. because she
Well,
doesn't.
how do you know Markie, Remy?
What?
How do you know Markie?
Okay, so remember I kind of talked a little bit about our partner on the cows, which is Marcus. So he was the kid that was in James's truck. Well, this is his sister.
Oh, I did not know that.
I don't know. We all got thrown together because of James, and
and we met James because when I grew up in the city, and then when my dad passed away, and my mom took us out of that lifestyle and threw us into the agriculture and the country lifestyle. So we immediately got into 4-H, and I had wanted no part of being dirty, horses, cattle. I was a very hateful child till I was 15 or 16 years old. But Marcus always wanted to be a cowboy. My dad always wanted to be a cowboy. So our first year in 4-H, I was old enough, but Marcus wasn't. So we I showed a heifer, but Marcus had to do all the work. That was our deal. So I would join 4-H, but Marcus had to do everything. So we're in the barns at the Del Mar Fair, and Marcus is roping the dummy, and James was next to us because we were Ramona Stars and he was at San Pasqual FFA. So James was team penning and doing all that. So he took the liking to Marcus, and then we got into team penning, and that's how we met Remy.
And now look at us.
Yeah, and when I started team penning, I would get scared and jump off my horse because I was an awful human being and a very timid and scared person.
She is not an awful human being. She is not an awful human being.
And so I just really fought it and hated, and now it's just I did a complete 180, and 20 years later, it's my lifestyle.
So you didn't grow up cowgirl?
Oh no! I grew up tap dancing and
the girly things,
not being dirty, and even when we moved to Ramona, it took a couple years. It took 5 years until I submerged myself into the horses, and I think I was old enough to find boys attractive. So I was oh well, this is cool. I guess I'll do that.
There's lots of them in the horse world.
Yeah. So I think that was we started junior rodeoing, and again, I didn't ride, and so there's an event called ribbon roping. So I ran for Marcus in the ribbon roping, and that was my one event that I did at the junior rodeos. And then the following year, I kind of jumped all into it. But again, I would still jump off my horse because I was scared of horses.
So outside of being a cowgirl, you also own several businesses, right?
Yeah, I work with my brothers. We have some family businesses. We have some parking lots. I operate a parking garage in downtown San Diego, kind of in the Gaslamp District block where the San Diego Padres play. So I do that full time. And then we have some seasonal businesses. We have a pumpkin patch that we just celebrated our 25th anniversary this past year. And yesterday we started selling Christmas trees at the house.
Wow.
So luckily I do the social media and the marketing and all that. So I can do that from afar. But the pumpkin patch is all hands on deck, and we're there every day, and we get field trips during the week. And then we have just thousands of people come to the country to pet a buffalo and see a zebra and see that plants grow from the ground.
Way cool. Well, I'm
managing fires at home. I'm not just ignoring you. I'm just texting and fixing stuff.
No, there's no fires at home. Is there, Remy?
No, never, ever.
Never.
Out of sight, out of mind. That's the only way to get through every day when you're gone.
Well, so I follow Markie on LinkedIn, and you are heavily involved. Now, I don't know if it is Girls Eat Beef too. Is that you?
Oh, no. That's another girl. Her name's Markie.
Say that again?
Her name's Markie, but that is not me.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was I don't think I'm active on LinkedIn.
Oh, so I'm
a different Markie.
It isn't you. It's a different Markie.
I did disappoint you.
Dang it. Markie is such a unique name, so I just thought it was you. So you were what the heck is she?
No, I was I'm not on LinkedIn.
That's hilarious.
It's okay.
I asked Remy about that too. I'm like,
I said no. I said she might be a channel.
Yeah, okay. I'm super obsessed with LinkedIn right now.
It is a different Markie, but I am friends with her on on Instagram.
Well,
me too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She gets a lot of, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to get all the hate that girl gets on social media. Well, Markie, this Markie is fantastic. As we've
I'm
gone-
okay.
Well, as I believe, like you, she has a lot of things going on too. So I just assumed it was the same person.
Yeah.
So I apologize for that.
Also, Breck is obsessed with LinkedIn.
I am obsessed with LinkedIn. It's the newest obsession for me.
Yeah, no, I signed up to it, but I don't ever use it.
How did you get into the Miss Rodeo California? Like, talk about that.
I think that was like one of the stepping stones when I like started getting into horses. My cousin was a rodeo queen, and I looked up to her, and so they have like local programs, throughout the state. And since I grew up in Ramona, they had the Ramona Rodeo had a program for a junior queen and a queen title. And so I competed for the junior queen title. And again, like I was so green. I mean, I still think I'm very, very much a green hand, but like 25 years ago, very green hand. And I played sports and all that, but I just really struggled because I was just out of my element, moving to the country and having the like tragic things happen to you when you're young. So it was like a good place to start, just to learn how to make eye contact and hold conversations and like build my confidence on stage and even horseback. And so I think you've told the story about Charlie, the paint horse that Marcus rode. So the week before the pageant, we had like a dress rehearsal for horsemanship, and I had rode this bay horse called Bullet. But I didn't know how to ride very well. So this horse was like completely out of my element, and I would take lessons with Sherry Songer, and she made me cry because again, like I was so green and had no idea what I was doing. But I'm like, no. And then, when you get like something in your mind because someone tells you can't do it. And I've come to learn in my older age that I'm a very extreme person. And I've learned that I'm competitive, which I never would say I'm a competitive person, but I guess I am. And so that week before, this horse runs off with me. I'm crying, like, everything's falling apart. And I was very much the underdog of the whole thing. Like no one gave me a chance.
So you won it your first year doing it
for like the little rodeo, like our local deal. So that week we got Charlie out of the pasture, and I rode Charlie for my horsemanship for the Ramona Rodeo Junior Queen.
He's probably like 900 years old.
Literally 900 years old. But
like the paint horse had like gone to the NFR as a heel horse. And then somehow like James's dad got him, and then James penned on him forever, like to the point it's like the old school Oakleys, like that wraparound Oakleys. And then James sold him to Marcus, but this horse like had like 10 different lives before he became a rodeo queen horse.
We call that seasoned, Remy. They're not old.
Yeah. And
he was old when James rode him when he was little.
And I'm still team seasoned horse. Like I love a seasoned horse. So we get Charlie out of the pasture, and like he was, I was able to like load my circles and do my flying lead changer. Like he gave me so much confidence to like do a good job. So like we're at the pageant, and I do my horsemanship that morning with Charlie, and then we have our interviews and we do our questions and we give our speeches, and I looked like I had been electrocuted. Like I looked like a fried poodle. Like I walked on stage, my hair was giant. I had just turned 15 years old. So awkward. So I give my speech, I do all that. So then they start doing the awards, and they always start the awards like that don't matter. And so I'd won Miss Congeniality. So obviously
all awards matter, Markie.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, they all matter.
There's no points allotted to these ones. So I win Miss Congeniality. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to win. Like they just felt sorry for me. And so I won Miss Congeniality. Well, then they go to like appearance and personality, and then I won horsemanship on Charlie. And then I won the title. So through that, I gained so much confidence, and I enjoyed the people and teaching and instructing and being a role model, because I had my cousin was such a great role model for me. So I did that. And then I went on I was the California high school rodeo queen. And then I carried, Poway Rodeo Queen, Lakeside Rodeo Queen. I was Miss Rodeo Clovis. And then I went to Salinas, and I lost that pageant twice. And then from there, I went to Miss Rodeo California, and I won all the categories at Miss Rodeo California and won Miss Rodeo California. So it was like a span of 7 years from like 2003 to 2010.
That is insane.
Yeah,
I have a question. Like So if you like for Miss Rodeo California in preparation for that, how much do you think you spent on the clothes? That's what I want.
A lot. Like you spend a lot. You spend like time, because you just like, look good, feel good, do good. You want to like wear something that you're confident in and that you really love, that you're able to like show your personality and shine. And you don't want your outfit to wear you. You want to wear the clothes, that kind of stuff.
And Crocs weren't in style then?
Yeah, Crocs.
She could wear yoga pants and Crocs.
I'm a huge Croc advocate. Still looking for my course. I really want to swipe up for Crocs. Just like use my code at checkout. So that was a lot, but mostly like I studied a lot. So like you essentially have to know a little bit about everything. They can tell you what they think they're going to ask, but it's 3 to 4 judges at the contest, and they're able to literally ask you anything, whether it's like equine science to current events to, NFR history, the PRCA history, your circuit history. So you studied a lot, and then I rode a lot of horses because, again, green hand.
In preparation for it, yeah.
So I rode a lot and took a lot of lessons.
She says that she's still green, but this girl is ice cold in the pen. Like, I mean, there's a hashtag, rope like Markie. We all want to rope like Markie. I want to be able to be that consistent.
No.
Sounds like practices a lot.
Believe and achieve, right? If you tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. So yeah, it's a lot. It's way more than, I guess, what the person sees from the outside. But yeah, no, studied a lot. I mean, the clothes are important, but like I studied a lot because that's you talk to people and you have interviews and extemporaneous questions that you have to ask. Like
Breck wants her own outside dressing room. That's why she's asking about clothes. It's not really about your clothes. I
have like a pile of, I think I brought 15 pairs of shoes just for the next 2 weeks. I have a closet full.
I don't own 15 pairs of shoes. I have 2 of the same.
I'm gonna be there on the 7th, so maybe I could come shop in your hotel room.
Yes, I did bring 3 pairs of Crocs though. I want to note. My
hashtag not a Croc wear.
You don't know, she might convert you.
I'm gonna maybe. Quick shout out on the Croc tennis shoes. They are life changing. If you don't like the actual Crocs, the tennies that are Crocs, 10 for 10.
Are they made out of the same material?
No, it's like an athleisure shoe. Like they're so cute and they're so comfortable. It's like walking on clouds.
Maybe you could get a sponsorship from them.
That's what she's saying. Swipe up for
That's like all
I like it.
What are your goals in life? Crocs.
I have my winter Crocs, my summer Crocs, and my
the one with the fleece.
Yeah. And my
That's hilarious.
I think Markie is particularly hard on herself. So she said it a little bit, and
aren't all women?
No, but I mean, when she was younger, so her father died from cancer, right?
Yeah.
And they got taken out of the situation that they were in and put in a wholly new one. And then her mom tried to do the best by doing some things and then choosing the wrong partner later in that. So that's when I came in, was when her mom was like dating and then marrying someone. So I think there's a lot of turmoil there. And he's not a bad guy. It's just it wasn't the right combination. And that is how we ended up with Marcus and Markie with us a lot of times.
Yeah.
So, I did see her struggle, but she handled it much better than I think she thought she handled it. And look at her now.
Look at me now.
Well, and I think so you didn't let your past define you and you rose above. So that's a very good, a lot of people choose to look or fixate on maybe the things that didn't go as they wanted or planned, or if things weren't.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Just like having to look forward and being positive and everything. And I mentioned like my dad always wanted to be a cowboy, and I am positive and very optimistic. And it's like, I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So it's like very hard for me to like think negatively of like those things, because I feel so blessed to be able to what I'm doing right now. And I know we're exactly what we're doing, what we're supposed to be doing. And I think my dad is really proud of us, and we get to live out his dream. And if the bad stuff hadn't happened, like I wouldn't be here, and I'm so thankful to be where I'm at right now.
I was just going to ask you that Were you a cowgirl before your dad passed?
Oh, no. Like literally,
No.
we weren't allowed to get dirty. Like we didn't have animals. No, not at all.
So that's pretty cool that you're doing what your dad wanted for himself for you.
No, it's amazing. And I know bad things happen to everybody every day. And I don't know, I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I find solace in that. And, my mom has had a lot of faith over the last 25 years since my dad's been gone. And, I lean on that. And I'm so thankful for everything. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. It's your story.
It's good. I mean, it's good. It's just like, it's great.
That is awesome. So talk about a little bit about what the next week looks like for you.
The next week, again, it's just like every day we have events for the pageant, and being on the executive board, we are on committees and we're participating or behind the scenes for everything. So my Miss Rodeo California gets here today, and I guess like as national director for California, I'm like her boss or whatever, I'm her person. So she gets here today with her family. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her this afternoon and just kind of send her off with some words of encouragement, because the girls are sequestered for the whole time that they're here. So that's like no cell phones. They get chaperoned everywhere they go. They have a roommate. So I'll be able to see her throughout the week, but I won't be able to have like one-on-one time. So looking forward for her. Her name's Jackie Scary, and she'll be here this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to seeing her. Tomorrow I'm part of the horsemanship committee. So since we're here during the NFR, some like stock contractors will bring horses for the girls to ride at the pageant for the horsemanship portion. So tomorrow morning, myself and a couple other committee members will go out and ride these horses at the Thomas and Mack, and kind of like sort through the ones that have been brought to us for these girls. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then,
you get to take the buck out of them.
Oh yeah. So this happened last year, and like, again, it's terrified. Because
I couldn't do it.
Like, not only like these horses have been hauled, and usually it's like, oh, this is my 5-year-old daughter rides this horse. Okay, probably after a day that you've like ranched on it all day, and then you put your daughter on her at like 8 p.m. Like, of course, it's going to be tired. So they get these horses out, and it's so great. I mean, it's great. But we're at the Thomas Mack. We don't get to ride in the arena. There's like this. It's dirt.
Small, hard area.
It's a little chilly. Airplanes flying over us.
Yeah.
There it's like cement blocks, like every
The
10
K-rails,
feet,
yeah.
the K-rail.
It sounds dangerous as hell. I'm out. I would not be on that committee.
No, it is like I have to like really dig deep for my inner cowgirl. I'm like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, I just have to repeat that to myself all day tomorrow, because I'm like so terrified internally. But I'm like, no, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna do it. So we get on these horses and we ride them. But yeah, it's just like the area is terrifying, because then like when we bring them in for the horsemanship on Tuesday, like we go and get them at 5 o'clock, and I think we're getting them at like 4:30 in the morning. And for the girls, we get a Circle Y as our sponsor, and so they donate all brand new saddles. So the girls ride in all brand new saddles
On horses they haven't ridden.
on horses they never rode.
That is like probably the best horsemanship
That's
trail
another red flag.
ever. No, but like that's great. Like, how
Literally.
freaking handy really are you? Because
So like we like today, this afternoon, like we'll go and turn all the stirrups on these brand new saddles, and then we don't ever ride them. We put them on the horses on Tuesday. We warm up all the horses. So now we're like at the South Point. We race to ride in the big arena, which is so great. Like, we're so lucky to be here. And all the horses are wonderful. But like out in where we have to go try them tomorrow, no, I have to really dig deep for my inner cowgirl to do that. So then the girls will get on them, and like we adjust their stirrups, and like that's all they're allowed to do. Like, they can't take a step forward, a step back. Like, the people like we have notes, and we give them like, okay, this horse is like good to the left, good to the right, but all the horses pick up the leads and stop and do all that. But I did get on a horse last year, which I think it ended up bucking Wade Sendell off in the grand entry during the finals, which is another thing. but it was like a new horse that they had brought. And we have a guy that comes and helps us. And I had told him this year, I'm like, if it's a new horse, like you get him. Like I am not.
Did you get bucked off of it too, Markie?
No, but again, when it comes to like stuff like that, I'm like very inexperienced. So I'm like, I can feel him like he's not settled. So I'm just on the concrete, just slow trot. Like, okay, we're just gonna like keep it together. Like he's spooking at everything, and I'm like, okay, dig deep. You got it. So I'm trotting, and then I like go to kick him in a lope, and this sucker just like jumps and kicks, and I immediately just grab my rein and turn a circle, and I'm like, here you go, I'm out. I don't think this one's gonna work.
Yeah, check him off the list. I think
that one horsemanship. But no, like all the horses they are really great. It's just like the circumstances out there. It's terrifying for me.
You and Breck can go cowboying together. Breck does not like my version of cowboying. So.
No. So we do a few ranch rodeos in Minnesota over the summer, and the ranch rodeos in Minnesota would be very soft compared to what you guys are probably used to. Anyhow, I don't ever participate in the grand entry. I watch from the outside of the arena. And somebody said, why don't you do that? I'm like, because I think this is the most dangerous part of the whole damn thing.
Grand
entries are dangerous.
It is. I know.
I watched a girl get bucked off 3 times from the outside one time, and I'm like, I'm never doing it.
No, it's terrifying. When my mom goes and helps them with the cows, like she'll come back and she's like, Remy and Sherry, they just are like kicking and whipping through the pasture. It's so terrifying. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I would not be doing that.
See, side note. I want Markie to come and go with James because James stays where it's flat. Like he says this, like he grew up in horrible, like cowboying in horrible parts of Arizona. So I always send everyone with James because like he doesn't enjoy it. I fucking love it. And he's just like,
I think that I would be the one who would be really great at getting coffee for people.
It's like, okay, also, like now where we have the cows, it's a water district. It's like pretty flat. It's not that bad.
There's that one hole. You never know. There's that one hole.
So anyway, I told Markie she needs to come and James will babysit her because that's what James likes. James likes to go where it's nice and flat. And he does. He sends Sherry and I to go run around things.
Literally, like every time my mom comes back, she's like, Sherry and Remy, they just haul ass down the pasture.
Sounds super dangerous.
Oh, that's like my nightmare.
Mine too.
James like long trots on the road. He's like, this is great. There's a road right here.
Yeah, I'll just follow James.
Just go to James. I keep trying to talk Markie into it. She never comes.
Well, because I have to work. Marcus gets to go, and I have to sling pumpkins because they branded in October.
We branded during pumpkins.
Let's be honest. I'd rather sling pumpkins than do that.
Oh, it's so nice out there. It's all pretty. She hikes where we ride. Now, I would not walk she hikes the same shit I enjoy riding a horse over, and she walks it. That's just dumb. They have 4 legs for a reason. We only have 2.
That is true. Honestly, I'll just can I just put my athletic Crocs on and I'll just cowboy with you foot. I'll jog alongside you guys.
So another story. So I was waiting for the boys. They had to meet with someone from the county the other day, and my horse had tied up. And Marcus goes, "Well, you can ride the red horse." And I go, "Okay." And we joke with her brother because I'm like, for all the stuff you've won and all the money you have, you ride feedlot looking horses. And I don't mean that.
You don't think my house is good looking? You have the head of this man.
Anyway, so Marcus goes, "Well, you can ride my red horse," and he was kind of joking. And then I was like, "No, for real though, can I ride your red horse?" Because I had to go check a lot of fence. So we go out there and I ride him around. I guess Marcus asked James because they caught us coming over a hill. So I guess she's still on the red horse, or did she go switch? So no, I rode by us the entire way. He was awesome. And then I didn't think they were going to be that long. So I'm like, I'm going to go load Marcus's horse. And then James will be back and he'll pick me up. No. So then I walked back across. I loaded Marcus's horse and then I walked back across the pasture and I still beat them back. But I was just like, I get hiking, but that was the extent of my hiking, was from the top of the water district to the bottom of the water district.
Last year I fundraised for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and I did this 28-mile hike in Big Bear Mountain, on the
one day
in one day. Yeah, it took me. I walked it. It took me 8 hours.
I ran walked 28 miles.
On
No big deal. I ran walked
How
28
many
miles
hours did it take?
at a very high altitude because I get altitude sickness in Big Bear.
It was on the Pacific Crest Trail, and so
How many hours?
it took me 8 hours, which was like that was my goal, but it was terrifying because I was by myself. And like the PCT, like people hike from like Mexico to Canada, you know, and I thought I would see like a lot of passer-throughers, and there was not. And at one point there was like one minor stranger danger that freaked me out.
That's where people go to die. That's a Criminal Minds episode.
You don't think that was on my mind the entire 8 hours when I was out by myself in the desert? I was like, I'm coming across some bones. Like, where are the bones? I'm finding a body. Like, that's all I could think about. And I'm like, okay, no, it's gonna be fine. Like, how beautiful this is. Wow, I would never see this if I hadn't signed up for this.
Did you have snacks?
I did. I everyone had like giant backpacks, and I was like, I'm not doing that. And so I had like a fanny pack and like a small backpack, and I brought snacks, but I think I had like one beef jerky, and I did eat a Snickers at like mile 23.
I would need.
There was like 3 rest stops, so you could like fill your water up, or you wanted to sit down. But I was like 8 hours, got to do it. We're finished. It was really cool. I was a part of this Team Sam's posse, and they had lost their son, and so it was they fundraised to have inclusive playgrounds for kids. But it was really cool. So hiking. But no, that's all I thought about was like Law and Order, SVU, and Criminal Minds. And I'm like, there's 100% dead bodies in this forest.
That's what I think about. Like,
we should have some goals like her, Remy.
I fucking know. Like, look, everyone thinks I'm cool, and then like I introduce them to my friends, and I was like, I don't look so cool now, do I? I don't look this cool.
I feel like your goals are a lot better than ours, Markie.
No.
Ours aren't that wholesome, I don't think. I don't know.
No. And it was like on a whim. Honestly, I had drank a couple beers, and she got me.
You drank a couple beers before you did?
No, not on a hike. No. When the lady asked me to sign up, I had a couple beers, and I was like, yeah, like I've run marathons, like let's do it. And then
they're also like the family that runs on holidays. So I mean, Marcus, I don't think
Trust me. So then once I said yes, I was like, well, no, we're doing it. We got to do it.
If you're gonna do it right.
It was really cool. Yeah.
That is really cool. I want to do a bike ride like that. I don't want to hike. I want wheels.
How is your bike riding going, Breck?
Not well.
Okay. Are you a roadster? Or like you ride on the road?
I don't know if I would actually give myself a title, Markie. I'm more of a, I don't even know what you call it.
I told her that Minnesota doesn't have roads anywhere. You just have farm tracks by your cornfields.
Yeah. I ride, like I go to spin classes, but I'm not Team Peloton, which probably is odd.
I
really would like a Peloton, but they're so expensive that I will never.
Echelon, which is half the price.
What?
I have an Echelon, which is half the price. I have a rowing machine. I have a treadmill.
I love a rowing machine.
I love the rowing machine.
But like I need like a group. Like I went and worked out this morning and watched my video or whatever. But like in a spin class, like I need a dark room, loud music, so I can like cry and like spin for 45 minutes. So I would get this same effect on a Peloton.
I've never done a spin class, but in my head, I would really like to do that.
Yeah, and like the accountability. Yeah,
for a while because I would be crying.
Oh no, it's very overwhelming. I'm like, okay, cry because I have some Tuesday, Thursdays I go back to back. I do a 5:30 and 6:30 class, and so like my 5:30 class is to cry, and then my 6:30 class is to be like, yeah, I'm badass. Let's attack the day. So,
but like, I do that when I'm cleaning dolls.
He also owns that she's a shit show too. So you know, I mean, a well put together one.
A little bit crazy.
She has more shoes than you own for 1 week of her 18 days than
you
do.
Look, I got 2 pairs. I have 2 of the exact same pairs of Brooks running shoes. One that I can wear outside, and one that I can.
Love a Brooks running.
You also wash
it. I like it though. You're so purple is so your color.
She used to have purple hair too. And then I have my old boots and my new boots, and I tried Hey Dudes, but like I wore them out in 2 months.
I don't know
Hey,
why.
dudes are terrible.
Why are you not wearing Crocs?
I should probably wear Crocs.
I'm confused why you're not wearing Crocs.
I mean, I finally gave into yoga pants, so there's that.
Okay. Now
So my favorite shoes are Sperry's, and some girl told me the other day,
She
Oh
should
my
go
God.
get a Coronado.
I
Like,
know. Let's go get on our yacht and sail around the bay.
some girl told me the other day, she goes, "Oh my God, I love those. Those are so vintage." And I was like, what?
I mean, they are from the 80s. You could pop your collar and rock them.
Sperry's are vintage?
I think
Sperry's? I don't think they're
vintage,
vintage, are they?
I'm like, that's where we're at.
That's
don't
kind of
think
what I thought, Markie. That's where we're at.
Sperry's are vintage.
I
will-
love my Sperry's.
Yeah. If you get a pair of Crocs, don't leave them in the sun because they will shrink. So just a little thing to know. Jot that down when you get your Crocs.
Well, we don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about that, Markie, because I will never own a pair of Crocs for myself, probably. But maybe.
Snows, that's probably what you get.
Okay, so I was like watching one of your guys' videos and you were talking about the weather, and like when it's below 70 degrees, I wear long johns underneath my jeans and a wild rag because I'm
When it's under 70?
that's winter.
No.
I have to get colder than that. Like, I also just don't want to wear
No.
stuff under my jeans.
If it's 68 degrees and there's a breeze, we're wearing our winter clothes.
Well, okay, that is true. Like, I had this discussion. I think I probably had it with you, but like cloud cover is how you judge if it's cold in California. Because if it's 45 and sunny, like you need a sweatshirt on. Like you don't need you don't need the full jacket.
45.
Like
You're
full,
wearing a jacket.
yeah, like, but you're not like bundled up. But if it's like 65 and cloudy and breezy, you're like, fuck it, I'm ready to ski now. Like,
No, if it's windy,
also she lives where it's way windier than where we live.
so cold.
Well, I wear a stocking. I don't like wind on my ears and my head being cold. So I do wear stocking hats a lot.
One of my best friends lives in Nebraska, and so she's like, oh, it's 50, it's t-shirt weather, and I'm like, it's 58, and I literally have like a wild rag on, a sweater, my like windbreaker, a beanie, and I'm like, it's 63 degrees here and the sun's out. That's what I'm wearing.
Well, she made fun of me. I was dragging the pasture and I had got a cow neck sweater on because I was like, oh, it won't be that bad. Because when I got on the tractor, it was like 70 something, and then James was in the enclosed cab tractor. I'm in the open tractor, and I was like, I got my cow neck.
Yeah, no, I don't like being cold. Like I went to college in Arizona, so I lived in Phoenix or Scottsdale for 5 years, and I'm like, oh god, it's 118. I want to be a lizard and just lay out in the desert.
Dude, I'm California through and through. I don't want to be that hot. I don't want to be that cold. I want my mid 70s where you got to wear again a sweatshirt if it's cloudy
In
and
between,
yeah.
Oh, the wind, that just kicks your ass.
I went to school in South Dakota, and that is a state where the wind never stops.
Yeah.
It blows when it's 100 degrees, and I'm not a fan of the wind either. Like I could leave that.
No, we because like I don't get to practice this week, and so like when I'm here, and so all week I roped and practiced, and on Thanksgiving it was so windy.
Oh my god, I sent her pictures from our house.
It was so windy. So, but when I got, because I live downtown in the city, but on Thanksgiving I came up to leave from there to come to Vegas on Friday, but I had to practice, and so I got to Ramona at like 11 a.m. and there was a breeze, but it was fine. So I'm like, Mom, we got to practice. This is it. We're like, it's my last 2 days. We got to get after it. And she's like, it's a little windy. And I'm like, nope, we're able bodies. We're capable. We have this opportunity. We're doing it. So like by the time we get out there, it is full blown just cowboy hat. Like
she's like, oh, did you guys have a haboob? I was like, no, we call him Santa Ana's here.
It was like full. And my mom's just, okay, Markie, like whatever, thank God, like God bless her. And
Did you do it?
Oh, we roped. Oh, yes, we did. I had to take my hat off. And so I'm like in the box. And so, when like a big gust comes and it's going to like settle after that for a minute. So I would sit in there and the big gust would come and close your eye, you're like, and then it's like, okay, now nod your head and go rope. And we ran 5 steers. But I was like, no, we are able. This is like, it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. We've got to practice.
I'm getting a derma peel right now.
Yes.
And
Right.
um,
Not to have any eyelashes by the time we're done, but gotta get it in. And then like Marcus came over, he's like, you guys practice? And I'm like, oh, we
all can't be as good as you, Marcus.
Yeah, no, like we're just not. Like I have to work really hard to like be consistent. So we did, but I hate the win.
So Brandon sent me a picture yesterday or last night from his hotel room at South Point, and he's like, "Look off in the distance. Those are the stalls for the World Series team roping." I'm like, "Holy shit! There is a lot of them. How many barns are there over in that parking lot?"
God, I have no idea because they're all sold out here, and like I keep my horses like a mile down the road, like on a different, like it's their stalls, but it's called like the Centex lot or whatever, and then we just.
That's what he was sending me pictures of. It's all those white shed row barns. They look like the canvas or whatever they are.
You know, it's so still in December in Vegas too. There's never any wind or cold or rain or hail.
No, trust me, I pack my long johns and my Under Armour because like on Wednesday I'll rope outside in the morning and like it's 40 degrees. It's cold. So I pack all my
so from what I counted, it looked like there was 50 stall barns.
There's more
somewhere.
Yeah, they keep building.
Yeah.
So is there like a 100 little barns out there?
Yeah. And then they have barns. I mean, they have just barns anywhere they have like a flat land, they put up more stalls.
And then
they're sold out every year.
And then anyone that's got like a flat backyard with a fence in it, they like when you drive through Vegas during the NFR and World Series, and now you got like breakaway finals and all the barrel racing. It's like every spot you can put a horse. They're horse.
Like, you want to give me 200? I have like a dog pen.
Yeah,
like it's big enough.
It's chain link. It's fine. It's safe.
So Markie, how many people or horses do you think will be there for the World Series? Just to give us an idea.
Ooh, I have no idea. So like the Open starts Saturday, and I don't know how many teams. They'll probably have 100 in the Open. So that's 200 horses that day. And then by the time they get to like the 10, 9, 8, there's 700-800 teams.
So you have to double that. And then like they control how many horses you bring in. Cause like
you're only allowed to so I'm only competing in the heading. So I'm only allotted one stall, but like Marcus is heading and heeling. So he's only allowed 2 stalls. Like I couldn't just rent like, oh, I'm going to bring 3 different horses. Cause I don't know which one's going to be great that week or what the cattle are like it's one and done. Yeah. They don't allow any extras.
And they're at capacity.
Literally at capacity. Yeah, wait list.
Like if you like for the viewers who are just listening or watching, I know how many stalls are at South Point. There's a lot of stalls in the stall barn, but then you see that picture of all of those stalls that are in that parking lot. It's like, holy God, there's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I mean, it's so cool. And like the World Series of team roping has done so much for like the team roping horse market.
It's
the amount of money that you're able to win. It's life changing, and I think it allows the same opportunity for everybody. Like everybody should be able to win over $100,000. Like it's so cool.
It's crazy.
It's very, very cool. Like just even to like run a short round steer, like it's awesome.
Well, wishing you the best of luck with that.
And thanks. Yeah, I have 4 chances. So
in it to fucking win it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you have to go like? Do you sign autographs and you?
Oh,
no. I didn't know.
Those days are long gone.
Those days are long gone.
Well, I'm like. I don't even have a picture on Facebook. There's like pictures of when I was a rodeo queen. When you're a rodeo queen, you do that, but no, nobody wants my picture or my autograph, which is fine. Which is totally fine.
Do you go to the rodeo like every night or no?
No, I'll go one night. No, I pretty much just like eat, breathe, live South Point. There was like 4 days last year where I like didn't go outside. I'm like, no, I need the sun. Like I need.
So like, we do the same thing when we put the show on here. You're here for a week, and like the only time I see the sun is when I go to get cattle from outside. I was like,
your eyes hurt.
It's like
your eyes hurt when you're in there, and then you go outside because you spend so much time in there. It's weird.
So What will you do then to prepare mentally after Miss Rodeo America to get ready for the World Series?
Well, I brought like all my books. I brought my rope, so I'm gonna go race the dummy every day, like even this week. But like right now, I'm like preparing. Like I'm visualizing, like going over my runs in my mind. I read my book. I do some like manifestations. I write everything
What book?
down. The 7 Spiritual Ways to Success. It's by Deepak Chopra. It's life-changing, super simple, just like breaks everything down, just the process of just being and not overthinking everything. So that's kind of how I prepare. And like
Right now.
I try not to worry about like not being able to practice for the week. Because I'm like, no, this week, this is like the season that I'm in. I'm here to volunteer and help and encourage all these girls and be a part of this organization. And then when that's done, I'm like, okay, now I get to have some fun and rope and see what happens. Hopefully the stars align. Like I rope every day. Like a week of not practicing isn't gonna, hopefully not like be a deal breaker, but I don't know, mind over matter. Like I know I can do it. So we do it.
I wish I had like just a 10th of what you have, Markie.
Everybody, you do have it. You do.
Maybe
But no, it's good.
But not all.
It's
I love
good.
it.
No, I
Well-
like to think team roping when I go to sleep. Visualization.
I know that you girls have a busy day ahead of you. So thank you, Markie. Remy is going to be competing. Well, we are organized this week thanks to Remy. She got Markie to do this with us today. And it's actually a Saturday. And we'll put it out next week. And so Remy is competing this weekend at South Point for the RSNC Western Sorting Bowl. Is that right, Remy?
Yes, but I can't. After I won the truck, I'm not allowed to ride the one class anymore. So
Yeah, she's won a truck. I've never won a truck.
that is a lot. I had to win 4 trucks to win what you won.
Well, I've never even won what either of you ladies have won. So
You
doing
gotta
great.
enter more, Breck. That's what step step one. You gotta enter a lot.
Scared.
Interrupt every chance you get. That's
Yeah.
the way you start. That's how you win.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna let you guys get on to your day, and thank you again, Markie. Best of luck this week at
Thank
both
you.
Miss America.
Let me know when you get here.
Yeah,
Send you her contact information.
We'll hook up on LinkedIn. I'll send you the appropriate profile.
please. Well, good luck with Miss Rodeo America this week and with the World Series in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing. And best of luck to you, Remy, this weekend.
I'm gonna try.
Take my kid along with you.
Oh yeah, I for sure I'm taking your husband with me. So there's that.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.